Good morning. You're watching Discern with Jim Denison. I'm Jess. Good morning, Jim.
Hey, good morning, Jess. How are you today?
Doing well. So good to see ya.
You as well. Thank you very much.
We are still previewing Discern, all leading up to our October 4th launch when we'll be here every weekday morning to look at the news with a biblical perspective. So today, we're going to be talking about Christians transforming culture, actually changing it, which we see as a really big goal here at Discern. Right, Jim?
That's exactly right, Jess. This is really in many ways what we've been driving to across these days, and it's a topic we'll be discussing every time we talk together about the news and the issues of the day.
The last way Christians can respond to culture is Christ transforming culture. And I would argue that this is probably the most relevant one to discern. Wouldn't you agree, Jim?
It's exactly right. In fact, I really do believe that each of us has influence assigned to us by God. Each of us has our own kingdom assignment, as it were. You have people that are following you, whether that's on social media or where you go to school, where you live, where you work, people whom you can influence. You can be salt and light in their lives. And often these kinds of issues we're going to talk about can be common ground. They can be a way to start a conversation. They can be a way to open a door to God using your influence in transformative ways in their lives. So that's really what we're going to talk about with the news and the issues we'll discuss. How do we lend that practically? How can you and I make a discernible, practical, transformative difference through the influence the Lord has entrusted to us?
So there are probably a ton of examples of this in the Bible. What are some that stand out to you?
Yeah, the first thing I think about is Jesus' statement in the Sermon on the Mount, where he tells his followers, you are the salt of the earth. If the salt loses its saltiness, it's no longer good anymore except to be cast out and trodden underfoot of man. You're the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a lampstand. It gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. So his example of salt and light is a transformational model. Salt changes everything it touches, doesn't it? When you shake it out of the salt shaker onto the meat or whatever, it instantly changes the taste of the meat, all out of proportion to the size of the salt. Light does the same thing. Doesn't take much light in a dark room. I remember years ago I was touring in Carlsbad Caverns. They got us down to the bottom of the caverns, had us all sit down. They turned off the flashlight. It's pitch dark. Can't see the hand in front of your face. Then they turn the light on and your eyes are instantly drawn to it. Just that one flashlight illumines the entire place. That's the power of light to defeat darkness. It's a transformational sort of a thing. So you see this all across the ministry of Jesus. You think about John 4, where he meets the woman who comes for water and he leads her to living water and her life is changed. She goes back and shares this with her entire village and they come and they meet Jesus as well. You think in Acts 3 about Peter and John meeting the man there beside the gate called Beautiful, who was lame, was disabled, and the Lord uses them to heal not just his body, but also his soul, his spirit as he leaves and praises God, and his whole life is changed as a result of what the gospel's done in his life. So that's the power of the gospel, not just to interact with the culture, not even just to engage the culture, but to be a change agent in the culture. And that's what I believe the Lord wants Christians to be today.
We only have one more episode until October 4th, when we'll be here every weekday morning to look at the news with Jim. We'll see you right here next time on Discern.